Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to create a fully holographic nail with no gel products using this stamping plate and the Moira foil stamping polish. When I first saw this plate I thought it would be perfect for this idea that I had in mind because it has such a big clear area on the plate. You can get specific plates that have this kind of area, but this plate only cost me 62 pence, so I thought it would be perfect to try it out. I'm going to do my experiments on a swatch stick, and I'm going to do one with a base colour of black and one just straight onto the stick. This is the Moira foil stamping polish. It comes in black or white, this one's in black, and it is amazing with chrome powders and with foils on top of gels, on top of regular polish. It's just a really great all-round product. It's quite a thin texture, but believe me when I say it does not work just painting this onto the nail and then using a hollow powder. I have tried that and it doesn't work. This is the stamping stamper even that we will be using today. It's just a clear jelly one and it's really good for seeing what you're doing and where you're applying the product. So experiment 1 did not go so well. Experiment 2, I realised it would be better if I went this way and scraped as lightly as possible on the plate a couple of times until I got quite a good coverage, and I picked that up. I put that directly onto the nail and realised didn't really put this onto the nail correctly, didn't cover enough area, so I definitely need to work on covering the whole nail. So let's try it again. This time I put a little bit more polish down and lightly scraped this. You can see I got a much better coverage here. And I picked this up and applied this onto the nail. Again, there was a little bit of area that didn't have any, but I thought I would just go over the top with another stamp and see if it worked with 2 layers on. So you can see I've got a little bit of the roses peeking through, so I'm going to put a little bit more on. I'm just filling in those gaps. The hollow powder that I'm using is by NO GELL, and as you can see it applies absolutely perfectly. If you are doing this on your own nails, I would recommend using a latex barrier around your nail. But it worked so well. I was pretty impressed with the finish of this. If you don't want to do gel nails or you don't have any gel products, then this is a perfect way to get holographic nails. Experiment 2 is with a coloured base, just to see if it gives it a little bit more pigment or if it looks a little bit better. It dried sort of matte, and I think that was just my swatch stick. So here we are applying it again. I've kind of got my technique down. It needs to be really lightly picked up. The problem here is I couldn't see exactly where I had got the stamping polish on the nail. So I did do a couple of stamps just to make sure that I'd got it, and then I applied my pigment. I noticed that this was really matte and quite dull, and it didn't really shine as much as the one that was directly just onto the swatch stick, as you can see here. I'm not sure if it's picking up on camera, but in person the one that was straight onto the swatch stick was a lot more glittery and it just looked a lot better in person. So I would recommend not using a base. So for the 4th experiment I just sort of repeated my first technique just to see if I could really get it down and get the whole nail black in one go. I got most of the nail here, but I did go back in and pat down what was left on the stamper really, so that it was covered like this. Then I went in with my chrome, and again it applied perfectly. It's so much better without a base colour, so that is how I would apply the nails if you're going to do this yourself. And that is it against a finger. It looks so pretty, and in person it is so sparkly. It's really hard to pick up hollow on camera. And there you go with the torch on the top. They're just so glittery. That first one that's a bit patchy, you can tell it's slightly more dull, and that is the one on top of the black base. So to top coat, I'm using a water-based top coat here to stop the chrome from crackling and peeling away. And then when this is dried, I just apply a normal top coat, and that is how you would apply this onto nails without any gel polish. I think it came out really well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!